Hello, welcome to the Watermark Water Cooler. I have Jason here with me, my business partner. This is a new setting, as you can see. As COVID kind of hit, we tried to do this all remote. Now we're live here in our studio in our office. Jason, we're going to talk a little bit today about our kind of history of Watermark, where we are now, where we came from. But first, hey, how about you give us an introduction about yourself and who you are?
Sure. Thanks, Cameron. As you know, it is awesome to be able to do this, to kind of share with those viewers kind of some of the behind the scenes with Watermark. I've been with the company since '98 as a graphic designer. That's kind of where my schooling and my starting out. From there, again, heavy on print design, but along the way, I wanted to learn digital design. I brought web design to the company at the time, back again in '98, '99.
This is before my time, by the way.
Way before your time, way before WordPress, a lot of coding. And so kind of that's my background. A little bit about me personally. I'm married, I've got a wife, I've got 3 kids. I've got one freshman at CSU currently. I've got a sophomore in high school, and then we've got a 6th grade daughter that we adopted from India about 10 years ago. So our family, lot going on, a lot of activities.
Life's crazy right now, right?
Life is crazy.
School's back in, all the sports are happening. It's a crazy time of the year. So one thing that's kind of really interesting about Jason and my relationship is we were working together as a team.
Actually, let's rewind. I interviewed you.
That's not even before
for
that.
a position.
So we'll even add to the conversation.
Yes, we were looking to hire a designer. You applied. We interviewed you. I think we put together a design test that you did on the big screen. Put a lot of pressure for you to see how you perform.
Projector days.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So it's been a really interesting kind of evolution of where we've come from. Like Jason said, he interviewed me. We were teammates. Jason was also a mentor to me and showed me the kind of ropes along the way. So it's kind of a very, it's gone from there to now we're business partners. But that's kind of where this is kind of going, is like, where have we come from? Where Watermark, you said, we were a print company primarily. Obviously with the time that we've been in business, Watermark's been in business, there wasn't web different type of web printing, but there wasn't web work. There wasn't this digital place we're in now. So the evolution has been vast over this time, and I think over our time has even been like amplified even quicker, right? Because we know that the time to make change now is so fast. If we're not moving quickly, you're kind of failing, as they say. So, what do you think has really changed over that time?
Sure. Again, I think technology, you kind of alluded to that, has been something that's changed very rapidly over the years. I know back in '98, from a digital standpoint, we were primarily focusing on how do we get this printed annual report online from a digital standpoint. From there we had clients looking to do websites. Some clients didn't have websites at the time. Again, it was still somewhat new. The internet had just been invented. And then from there, I know, probably about 10 years ago, I know you really brought to the table this desire to have this more of a digital focus. Again, print will always be there for Watermark, but just bringing in this digital aspect, I think was key. I know, again, focusing on inbound and really kind of following the paths that at the time HubSpot brought, kind of following that process. And again, just then each year focusing on what's next, what's happening in the field from a digital standpoint. Again, technology, what platforms can we offer to our clients that might help benefit their needs, really, right?
I think one of the other things that I would like to kind of pick your brain about is like, where's Watermark going? Where do we see the future of our company?
Yeah, again, I think it's digital, right? We're really seeing a big push from current clients, new clients that are reaching out to us, that it's again not build a site and they will come, it's not build a site and then maybe in a year from now we're gonna make some updates. It's constant, right? It's every month there should be something. Look at data, how are people using your website, and let's change things based on that to really, again, what is the issue at hand, and then how do we solve those problems for our clients?
Yeah, I think that's maybe a mantra of this year, is that it's like nothing is ever final. It's kind of,
it's back to that MVP approach.
Yeah, it's like just because it looks done doesn't mean that there's not a lot of things that need to change, because our world's changing rapidly, the internet's changing rapidly. So like what are you have to be kind of monitoring, like you said, looking at analytics, looking at what's happening in the world. I think that's another thing that maybe not enough of time is spent on that, but like things are changing, right? Maybe faster than we all want them to, but unfortunately it's just the way it is. So if you're not on top of it, your content could be just doesn't make sense anymore. Obviously we're in the middle of working on our website and better understanding, like, hey, we used to call our stuff services. Now we really should be calling them solutions, because we're not just a service company, we're really a solutions company.
We're providing various solutions.
And also, like you're saying, your social platform should always be evolving and talking about what's happening. So there's content is really changing all the time. I think it
is, and again, I think it's kind of that early onboarding, talking with clients, because it's not going to be a one size fits all. There's not going to be the same solution for everybody. So I think it's again just having dialogue, understanding the pain points of the client, talking through them, brainstorming with the team on how do we best approach this or that, I think is very important.
Yeah. Jason mentioned MVP, most viable product is what we call it. It's like you get something out because test it, because you know that once you put it out, it's already outdated. Kind of is the conversation around that. So we try and practice that as much as we can. Like I said, I know this conversation could go on forever because there's a bunch of other things that we do and whatnot, but if there was something that you kind of wanted people to take away about Watermark and how we serve our clients, what would that be?
I think it really is that personal connection. Again, I think something that we experienced years ago that we have tried to model as well. Again, clients can speak to designers if they've got questions, right? It's not playing the telephone game where it goes through the channels, eventually getting to the designer, but just having a voice for everybody on the team to be part of it, right? Again, I'm going to go back to better together. Everybody's got ideas and experiences that they can bring to the table when it's time to actually try to solve a client's issue that they may be having.
So just to add to kind of what you're talking about is, I think Watermark also bucks the curve of what's happening in other marketing firms right now, in that we never went to, I feel like a lot of agencies our size kind of went to this, like, we're going to hire a bunch of contractors mode. And that's kind of the norm now, is like, we don't want to hire anybody because we don't want to deal with, payroll and health coverage and all that other stuff. And so they've kind of gone to the path of this, contractor for everything.
Sure.
There may be one or two people that are kind of principals of the business, and then they're outsourcing everything else. We don't do that. Watermark has never been that way. We've always had tried to do everything in-house. Now, are there occasions where we have some crazy thing that comes up and we've got to outsource something? Of course, that happens, and that's just good business sense, right? Making sure that we have the ability to execute. But I think that's something that is different about us that a lot of companies can't say. And again, we try and offer the full stack of services, so design, web development, SEO, pay-per-click, basically any digital media buys that you'd want to do. And it's following that kind of I think if you do digital well, you have the ability to offer up and down that stack.
Yeah, and I think on that, again, we've seen, again, through COVID, everything was virtual, so everybody's talking through a screen. You have to be more intentional on, hey, do you have time at 1 o'clock so we can talk? Being under one roof, granted, right now we're 3 days a week under one roof and 2 days remote. It does allow for those opportunities for just a quick, hey, David, hey, Kara, can we meet? Just right then and there, right? And again, be able to problem solve with each other, to be able to look at designs from a creative standpoint, how do things look, any suggestions here or there. And so again, I think from that mindset, again, having a team all together in-house, there's a lot of benefits to that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, like I said, I don't want this to go on for too long. If you have any questions for us, again, we do this once a month, and we'd love to get your feedback. Please, follow us, ask questions on the feed. We'd be more than willing to create a video for you or answer you on your question on the spot there. But thank you for watching the Watermark Water Cooler, and we'll see you next time.